Select which robot you would like to modify. Select which robot you would like to modify, or select an empty slot to start building a new robot. Your robot now has all the components necessary for entering the competition. If you like, you can use your remaining money and weight allowance to add weapons, armor and extras. Right. Your robot is now classed as heavyweight. Welcome to the paint shop. Select which robot you would like to give a makeover. Hi there. First you will need a body before you can begin adding other components. Parts are quite expensive here, but you can find cheaper parts in the scrapyard if you're on a tight budget. Okay.
Seeded 4th in the competition, this robot isn't to be taken lightly. It's a lightweight robot. This is a high wedge-shaped robot, a very popular shape, allowing them to drive under other robots. This robot is seeded 5th, and is likely to be a serious contender. It's a middleweight robot. It's a wedge-shaped robot, a very popular shape, allowing them to drive in under other robots. Unseeded this robot, but showing a lot of potential. It's a heavyweight robot. This wedge shape, very popular among our roboteers, gives them the advantage of being able to get in underneath and tip opponents, of course. They'd better mind the arena wall flamers. They can be very, very dangerous. The arena flipper comes into play when a robot's immobilized. A bit of extra insult to injury to be flipped around the arena. That's the pit. Don't want to be going in there too soon. They've got to look out for the blasts of fire from those flame grills. They can do a surprising amount of damage. You don't want to get too close to the corner patrol zones. Once you're in there, it's more pain than you can handle. 3, 2, 1. Activate. I think the sergeant wants a taste of metal. That flipper's ready and waiting for its first victim. The layer of steel over the robot's body, deflecting some of the damage. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the ceramic weapon. The Kevlar taking a battering but holding up. Stabbing away with a spike. Getting a bit too close for comfort to those flame jets. The axe chops away, but it'll need more effort behind it to cause damage here. Trying hard to cut through the Kevlar. They'll be wishing the steel was even thicker on there, although it may be enough. Onto the arena flipper they go! Are they ready to fly? Bashing away at the Kevlar, but it's ideal to resist it. It's carnage! Devastation! It's Robot Wars! The Kevlar, not the toughest armor against blades like this. They can't right themselves here. I'm afraid it's game over. Punching into the steel, but it's holding out well. The Kevlar armor giving it great protection though. The Kevlar armor makes it difficult to pierce the body of this robot. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. The steel armor sees. 3, 2, 1. Activate! Think the sergeant wants a taste of metal. That flipper's ready and waiting for its first victim. The layer of steel over the robot's body, deflecting some of the damage. Trying hard to cut through the Kevlar. Doesn't even scratch it with the axe this time. Bashing away at the Kevlar, but it's ideal to resist it. The armor holding out well against the charge. Punching in with a spike! They'll be wishing the steel was even thicker on there, although it may be enough. Should take no time at all to get through the aluminium protection. The Kevlar, not the toughest armor against blades like this. The aluminium armor, not much defense against this kind of attack. Not too hard to cut into the aluminium, but it's putting up a brave fight. The Kevlar armor giving it great protection though. Punching into the steel, but it's holding out well. The aluminium really not good enough to protect it against this onslaught. The steel taking the punishment well so far. The aluminium shell, very flimsy protection against this onslaught. This is what Robot Wars is all about. Carnage! The Kevlar taking a battering but holding up. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right weapon. The layer of steel over the robot's body, deflecting some of the damage. Easy to punch through that aluminium armor with enough aggression behind it. Off comes the spike! They're gonna have to try another tactic now! Matilda is hungry. Is she going to get a bite to eat? They'll be wishing the steel was even thicker on there, although it may be enough. The armor holding out well against the charge. My word, there's bits of robot all over the arena! The Kevlar, not the toughest armor against blades like this. The Kevlar armor giving it great protection though. Should take no time at all to get through the aluminium protection. The pit opening now in the arena floor. Maybe soon to be occupied by one of these robots. Their spike's been broken off! It smashes in, but standing up fairly well to this battering. Careful, don't drive into the pit. There's no way out of there. Could be in for a shunting. Smack, smash, and again, heavy blows from the axe. The steel taking the punishment well so far. The steel resisting the blade so far. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right weapon. Oh! And into the pit go the remains of the robots. Cease!
Robot use. Prepare yourself.
This is our third seed, has a good chance of taking home the title. It's a heavyweight category robot. It's a sort of box wedge-shaped robot with all the advantages of a wedge for tipping opponents over. Powered by a 5 horsepower, 4-stroke petrol engine. Three, 2, 1, activate! Sergeant Bash is waiting to cook. Who's the main course? The axe has been broken off. No more use out of that then. This is classic Robot Wars. The steel armor giving it some protection from the impact and some serious damage with that blow. Very good charge from this robot. Things are heating up at the side of the arena there. Off comes the spike. They're going to have to try another tactic now. Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. They can right themselves. Something's wrong. It looks like they're out of the contest. The armor holding out well against the charge. The titanium standing up well to the punishment. It's carnage. Devastation. It's Robot Wars! The titanium-covered body doing its best to deflect the aggressive attack. That flipper's ready and waiting for it. Cease!
Robot use.
Definitely in with a chance of surprising everyone, this robot, unseeded today. It's a lightweight category robot. It's shaped like a kind of domed wedge. Three, two, one, activate! Think the sergeant wants a taste of metal. Onto the arena flipper they go! Are they ready to fly? It's finding it hard to stand up to the slicing with just the aluminium armour. And the flipper springs into action, throwing the robot into the air, and it lands with a crash! I'm not sure how long the aluminium armour can hold up against this sort of impact. They're nearly onto the flame grill, look out! Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the arena later on. Can the aluminium armour stand up to this? The pneumatic drillers have been snapped off! No more dentistry for that drill. The aluminium armour, not much defence against this kind of attack. The crowd are wondering what's happened here. This isn't what they came to see. They want maiming and slaughter. The armour holding out well against the charge. The steel resisting the blade so far. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. Not too hard to cut into the aluminium, but it's putting up a brave fight. The aluminium shell, very flimsy protection against this onslaught. It crashes in, and that's gonna hurt. Easy to punch through that aluminium armour with enough aggression behind it. It's finding it hard to stand up to the slicing with just the aluminium armour. Metal everywhere, and the crowd love it. The layer of steel over the robot's body, deflecting some of the damage. The steel taking the punishment well so far. I'm not sure how long the aluminium armour can hold up against this sort of impact. And the axe easily smashing through there. Can the aluminium armour stand up to this? This has all the makings of a classic battle. Here it comes again, trying to impale with a spike. The aluminium armour, not much defence against this kind of attack. Just a scratch as the spike slides off again. The pit opens up, waiting to welcome the loser of our contest. In comes that heavy blade now, bumping and banging. Not a lot of damage so far. This is what Robot Wars is all about. Carnage! The aluminium shell, very flimsy protection against this onslaught. Not too hard to cut into the aluminium, but it's putting up a brave fight. Careful, don't drive into the pit. There's no way out of there. Oh no, that's terrible. They've driven straight into the pit. Sir Killalot won't be messed with. Better keep away from there. Look at Shunt's axe gleaming. He's just raring to go. Cease!
Robot use. Prepare yourselves.
Unseeded in this competition, but could have a few surprises up its sleeve. It's a middleweight category robot. A slightly unusual domed wedge shape to this robot. That's interesting. Three, two, 1. Activate! Sergeant Bash is waiting to cook. Who's the main course? That flipper's ready and waiting for its first victim. The steel armor giving it some protection from the impact. Bashing away at the Kevlar, but it's ideal to resist it. Getting a bit too close for comfort to those flame jets. Up close, the flamethrower, even hotter and more deadly. Don't let them get that close. The armor holding out well against the charge. The Kevlar armor giving it great protection though. My word! There's bits of robot all over the arena! A gentle push there. That won't do much damage. The Kevlar, not the toughest armor against blades like this. Bash! Crash! And smash! Looks like a crippling blow with the force behind that. The steel taking the punishment well so far. This is classic Robot Wars. The Kevlar taking a battering but holding up. Not enough to hurt, the spike not piercing it. Pushing with some force there as it drives it back. And in it goes! A lot of weight behind this robot and making good use of it to cause damage. Ramming in with a sharp spike. Bashing away at the Kevlar, but it's ideal to resist it. The steel armor giving it some protection from the impact. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right weapon. Crashing down hard. The heavy axe making light work of the destruction. And some serious damage with that blow. Very good charge from this robot. The Kevlar armor giving it great protection though. The armor holding out well against the charge. It's carnage, devastation. It's Robot Wars. The steel resisting the blades so far. The pit opening now on the arena floor. Maybe soon to be occupied by one of these robots. Bumping and banging. Not a lot of damage so far. The steel taking the punishment well so far. The Kevlar taking a battering but holding up. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the arena later on. Racing in on the attack. Can they lift it though? The Kevlar, not the toughest armor against blades like this. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. Into the cease. And after a climactic final, one robot remains standing. Bad luck to our losers, but congratulations to our worthy winner. We have a new champion of Robot Wars.